everybody. Good morning. Um, after um after I took a long break, not really break, but I couldn't really post anything because I was on strike. Um, Not anything major. Is just copyright. You know, so that was on my bad. Um, I just got to do a better job. Not you know if it's music in the background, and, you know, I, obviously I can't, you know, show it. But anyways, I'm back now. Um, so let's talk about the New York Giants, right? Um, like I, for me, I wanted Shedder Center. Oh no, Travis Hunter. Sorry, I wanted Travis Hunter, and we didn't get him. Um, because the Jacksonville Jaguars leapfrogged all the way to three. I mean to two. Like can you imagine the Giants drafting Travis Hunter and then later on in the fifth round having Shedeur Sanders? Like, the magnitude of those two guys, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Because nobody was gonna pick Shedeur. I mean, look how far he fell in the draft. Like, we all know Travis Hunter was gonna go in the top three, right? They were speculating all day long heading into the draft. I thought the Browns was gonna get Abdul Carter, line him up with, Myles Garrett, you know what I'm saying? And then we was gonna draft Travis Hunter. But it's in the history books. He's in a better place. He is from Florida. So Jacksonville is like, I don't know where in Florida he's from, but he's from Florida. So that's like a 2 minute, 3 minute drive. Um, so he's at home. So I mean, obviously, um, that's good news for him. Um, I don't, I don't hate, I don't hate the 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 Abdul Carter pick. I just don't trust our offense. I believe our offense is still a work in progress. Now, defensively, we should get better in some areas. Last year, we led the league in sacks. Um, and who knows, we might lead the league in takeaways this year. I don't think we're gonna lead the league in sacks 2 straight years in a row. Um, and it's gonna be a work in progress. That's why you have training camp and preseasons and OTAs. You know what I'm saying? In the place that don't have to, you know, the players that don't have to participate in voluntary, training camp, whatever. that's them. You know, um, um, but the other picks, like they whatever. You know, I mean Jackson Dart, he's not gonna start, so that's a waste of a pick. Because if the Giants want to win now, Russell Wilson is only here for 1 year, and then you know, I don't think he's gonna resign there. You know, um, so whether he is good, whether he's decent, whether he's okay, um, it is what it is. Um, we still don't have a running game. Um, we did address the running back position in the draft, but you know, after seeing him, or I wrote it down somewhere in my book, um, Cam, Cam Scaliti, I think that's his name. I watched this film. He's very slow in terms of running. He doesn't have that high end speed like most running backs. So they're probably going to use him in the backfield a lot, getting those short yardage. You know, he's not your every down back. You know, um, he did not take a receiver, even though we signed 14 undrafted free agents. Most of them are probably going to get cut, depending on who stands out in preseason. And that's why I say 4 preseasons. Like the NFL needs to bring back 4 preseason games because 3 is not going to cut it. You know, if you have all this talent in one room, 3 games is not enough to evaluate 52 men, 92 men. You know, like it's not. You need at least 4 games to see what you got. You know, because 3 games can go by that fast. Boom, 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 and then it's over. You know, because again, the starters are not playing, the backups are. So you don't have to worry about the starters getting hurt. Even though you can put them in there for like a drive or 2 drives and then take them out, you know, and just replace them with backups. You know, if you worried about somebody getting hurt, because you need them for the regular season. But just 3 games, that's not enough. You know, like imagine that the Crews played 3 games in preseason. You would think that, like, you think the Giants would still sign him? Oh, it's called body of work. You know what I'm saying? But you have to put the work in, which he did. But wide receiver core, you know. Okay, so let me backtrack. So I'll give you 5 reasons why the Giants' offense will struggle this year. Number one, the quarterback position we don't have to worry about. Okay, I know last year our quarterback issue was a mess. We signed 2 solid, good backups, or we signed two good, consistent quarterbacks. So the quarterback is off the book. We don't have to worry about the quarterback. The running game is an issue. Tracy, he showed some promise, but he fumbles the ball too much. Devin Singletary was supposed to somewhat replace Saquon Barkley, which I knew he was not going to replace Saquon Barkley, but you know he was in and out the rotation. You know, um, Okay, so number one, the running game. We're not gonna have a strong running game unless somebody pops in the preseason or one of these undrafted rookies, running back rookies, impress. Brian Dable. Number two, the same thing goes for the wide receiver. Outside of Malik Neighbors, who's our 2, 3, 4, 5, because at least you need at least 6 wide receivers. But obviously, you're just trimming the top 4. There's 7 slots of wide receivers, or there's 7 units of wide receivers. So you need at least 1, 2, 4. You need at least 5 receivers that you can depend on. Outside of Malik Neighbors, you have what? Darius Slayton you resigned. You still got Wandale Robinson. You still got Jalen Hyatt. Like who's your, fourth? So Neighbors, Hyatt, Darius, and Hyatt or Robinson. So you got 4. So who's your 5th? Who's your 6th? You know what I'm saying? That's 2. Number 3, will the defense generate that much pressure? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like for me, I don't trust Bowen's system. I really don't. I wish we would have gotten Spags back, but obviously that's not gonna happen. I think I think this defense would have been much better under Martindale's system. I think Wink Martindale's system was going to be very good for this defense. Like, I'm not really too sold on the DC that we have. Okay, that's 4. So lack of running game. Who's going to be our wide receivers, right? Can we get a pass rush going? And do I trust Bowen's defense? And the 5th and final one is talent. Giants fans have to understand. Joe Schoen is new to being a GM. When he took this job, that's what he basically said. He said that this is his first time being a GM. This is Brian Dable's first time being a head coach. They're not gonna hit the ground running. Now, obviously, them two have experience, but this is their 4th, 3rd year together now. And you think by drafting a quarterback is gonna buy you some time? No. Like if the Giants start bad, the fans are gonna start turning to darts. Not even James Winston. Darts. If the Giants start with them, let's say the Giants are 2-5. Let's say the Giants are 2-6. Now obviously the NFL schedule is gonna come out on the 14th. Um, so we don't really know who we're gonna face. Last year was the Vikings. You know, I think the year before that it was the I forgot who it was. Oh, I think it was the Jaguars. No, 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 no. Last year it was the Cowboys. I remember we got blown out against the Cowboys at home, and then the year before that, or after that, it was the Vikings. So yes, we do have a hard schedule, but that's always the case. You know, I mean, what's new? I mean, we're always gonna have a hard schedule. You know, like with the New York Giants. You know, I think the only team that will probably have an easy schedule is the Patriots. Although, if you go back in 2009, the NFL kind of did us a favor. We actually went 5-0 for the first time in franchise history, and we still couldn't get it done. You know, after beating, actually after losing to the Saints, who were also 4-0, we fell down, and after that, lost. I think we lost to the Chargers, Cardinals. We lost to the Browns, and then after that, we snapped our what 5 game losing streak against the Falcons in overtime, and then after that, you know, yeah, we just finished the season 8-8, and then obviously the Saints went on to win the Super Bowl against the Colts. But yeah, the Giants will always have a hard schedule. That's never going to change. I don't know why Giants fans say, "Oh, you know, I hope our schedule's not hard." Like, it's always going to be hard. I mean, I mean, we're the New York Giants. I mean, we play for the biggest market in the NFL. Um, so yeah. Oh yeah, number five. I'm not gonna say talent, but number five, we we pick. And when I mean by we pick, I mean we're gonna be back in the same position that we were this year. We're gonna be picking in the top five or top three. For the simple fact that I just don't trust this offense. You know, I think defense is gonna keep us in games. This is probably going to be the same scenario in 2017 where we was just middle of the pack bad on offense, but our defense was so good that kept us in games. I believe our defense is going to be our backbone once again. They're going to keep us in a lot of games. You know, obviously, in the way we're going to win these games is our defense is going to give the ball back to us in short field position so we don't have to go the length down the field. Now, the difference between that is we have two solid quarterbacks. Unless Russell Wilson don't stink it up or don't digress, we should win 9 or 8 games. I do have the Giants winning 9 games this year. Last year I said that the Giants was going to have a worse record, and I was right. I also said Daniel Jones is going to have a breakout year. He wound up getting hurt. So this year, we're going to lose 8 games, but we're going to win 9 of them. Will that guarantee us a playoff spot? No. Because if you go back in history and look at 2010, we finished the season with a 10-6 record, but didn't get in the playoffs because our division was so bad. You know, Dallas beat us twice, Eagles beat us twice. The only two wins came from the Redskins, and we swept them. So we finished with a 2-4 record versus our regular season record was 9-7. I mean, was 10-6. How does that make any sense? Like, how can your division record dictate your regular season record? Like that doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? But I guess they work hand in hand. So I guess if you're 4-1 in your division, 10-6, I guess you can qualify for a spot. But you know, but yeah, I think the Giants will win 9 games this year. But sadly, they will not make it to the playoffs because they will. They'll probably need help. It's either they'll split their divisional games. They'll probably split against the Cowboys, get swept against the Eagles, and probably split against Washington. And then yeah, and then it's either that or we might probably need help. Like we might probably need like a Cowboys loss, a Saints win, Eagles loss, just to get in. You know, like we might need a Cowboys loss, a Eagles loss, a Redskins loss, and a Vikings win to get in the playoffs. If that all falls according to plan, we in the playoffs. Because that's what transpired in 2010. We needed the Vikings to beat the Bears. No, we needed the Vikings to beat the Lions. That happened. We also needed the Bears to beat the Packers. That didn't happen. So obviously we fell short and we didn't make the playoffs. If those two things happened, we would have gotten a playoff spot. So it had nothing to do with our record, our divisional record. I just remembered. Yeah, so the Vikings beat the Lions, and we need the Bears, who played Sunday night, to beat the Packers, and that didn't happen. So we wind up beating the Redskins in the last season, and we wind up not making the playoffs due to those scenarios not coming to, for those two situations not, coming through. So the Giants were turning a new leaf. Again, this offense will struggle. Again, lack of running game. Who's going to be our second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth? Because you can only keep 7 receivers on a roster, more than 7, unless you put them on a practice squad in case of injury. You're supposed to keep at least 4 running backs, 3 quarterbacks, 3 tight ends. Most teams go 2 tight end set. You know what I'm saying? The fact that we didn't have a punter or we didn't have a kicker. I mean, last year was just debacle. But this year it's gonna be a new leaf. Like I believe, like I said, our defense is gonna keep us in games. Our offense is gonna be a work in progress. I don't think training camp or preseason is gonna, you know, because all these guys that's coming in, they're gonna have to learn how to play off of one another, play with each other, you know, and that takes time. That thing, like, like it doesn't work overnight. It's gonna take some time. It might probably take week 3, week 4 for them to literally gel together, you know, and play off another. You know, I mean, that's what most Giants fans don't understand. Like when you bring talent in, it's great, but they also have to go out there and execute and work together. You know, like there's a lot of pros and cons of Abdul Carter. Coming out. You know, um, like because of his past rush moves, like he just knows one pass rush move, which I mean, because when we drafted JPP, he only knew the dip, which is basically he bends his shoulder all the way to the ground, and you know, you know, I mean, if you're a DN, you know what a dip is, but and then there's the bull rush, and then there's the spin that Von Miller was so good at. I would say, Abdul Carter could be the next Von Miller because he was very special for the Broncos. So obviously they went on to win the championship, um, and he's still playing to this day. So, um, but yeah, he strikes me as a Von Miller type, because you go back in that 2010 draft class, 2011, whatever it was. I mean, he was reckless in a good way, you know. So maybe Abdul Carter could be the next Von Miller. Who knows? Or Khalil Mack. But yeah, the Giants will go 9-8. But sadly, they will miss the playoffs because of scenarios, not because of their divisional record or divisional record or division record. Or maybe that plays a factor in too. I don't know. Because you can't go, like, what if you go 15-1 and you have a 2-4 record in your division? Does that, like, it doesn't really matter, right? Like, let's say the Chiefs go 2-4 in their division, but they're 15-1. They're 15-1, or they 15-3 in their in and like they're 15-1. No, they're 15-3. The record is 15-3, but they 2-4 in their division. But that's still, they'll still get in the playoffs, obviously. But I don't know. I don't know if that works hand in hand. I don't know if you, I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but it's my Giants. I'm never wrong. I'm never wrong. Um, but we'll see. We'll see. 9-7 seems right. Now, who do I think who do I think the Giants will start the season off against? I mean, last year, no, no, it was the Titans, the Cowboys, and the Vikings. We lost all 3 of them. For some odd reason, the Giants do not do well in their first game. But every time they kick off the season, it's always a disappointment. Although we did beat the Tennessee Titans week 1. We beat the Tennessee Titans. I think the next following year, we got blown out against the Cowboys. The next following year, we lost to the Vikings. But obviously, we did get our revenge in the playoffs. But I don't know, this year, I would have loved to face the Eagles week 1. I think because I can't remember the last time the Eagles and the Giants faced off week 1. I think it was 2005. 2005 or 2006 or 2004, one of those 3 years. But facing up against the Eagles would have been great, you know. But it's not going to happen. 2011, we did face the Commanders, and we lost that game too. Coming off our Super Bowl win, Super Bowl 46, we faced the Commanders week 1, we lost. So it has to be either the Cowboys or somebody else in on that schedule. Could be the again. We lost against the Jaguars too, week 1. No, actually, wait, did we lose against the Jaguars? I'm not, cause I remember we faced them. Yeah, we did. We beat the Jaguars week 1 when Saquon Barkley took it like 78 yards. So it can't be the Jaguars. Can't be the Vikings again. I don't know. It has to be either the Cowboys or somebody else in our schedule that we're gonna face week 1. If I had to think about it, or if I had to guess who we face week 1, I think the Chiefs. We might probably face them like week 9, the 4-hour bye. So I don't think we're gonna get the Chiefs right off the bat. I'm gonna say the Bears. I know they're our division, our rival. Because our rivalries are the Cowboys, Eagles, Redskins, or the Commanders, and then the Bears. We only have 4 rivalries. So I'm gonna say the Bears. I say Caleb Williams versus Russell Wilson. Week 1. But I think we're gonna be on the road for this one. Yeah, so it's gonna be the Cowboys. That's the Cowboys. It's gonna be the Bears and the Giants. Week 1. Caleb Williams versus Russell Wilson. So again, we're going 9-8, and we're probably going to go 2-4 in our division, unless we split against the Cowboys. I'm gonna say 3-4. I'm gonna say we're gonna go 3-4 in our division. Yeah, 3-4 in our division, and then we're gonna go 9-8. But we're gonna need some help because of the tiebreakers. So again, we might probably need 3 teams to win and then 1 team to lose, or we might need two teams to lose and then only one team to win to get in. So yeah, but hopefully, um, hopefully we could get this running game going in our offensive line. I forgot our offensive line. We did not we did address it, but obviously we didn't address it enough. And we probably did pick up a few offensive linemen um, in the undrafted free agents. Um, but again, they might probably be cut. Some of them might probably be cut. Um, so yeah, so let me know in the comment section down below what's our record going to be in 2025. For me, I have them going 9-8, but again, they're gonna need some help because of the tiebreakers in our division. I don't think nobody's gonna sweep us. I think outside of the Eagles, I think we're probably gonna sweep the no, we're gonna split against the Cowboys, and then we can split against the Commanders, and then we're gonna get swept by the Eagles because they're the Eagles. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. On the road to 5K. Let's get it.